Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of News from the Frunk. Fairly short today. I'm still suffering. Whenever I think about my cold, I suddenly want to cough, such as psychosomatic, whatever the hell it is. Anyway, let's get this done. Quick update on a couple of big stories that have come out in the last couple of weeks since we did the last News from the Frunk. First one, stock price hit 312. Not only is that the highest price that Tesla has ever hit, it also makes Tesla the biggest car company by market valuation in the US, now bigger than General Motors and Ford. A few people sniping that how can a company the size of Tesla, who's hardly produced anything, well, if you call a couple of 100,000 cars, almost nothing, how can you compare that to Ford or GM pricing wise? And Elon was straight out on Twitter and said, the share price reflects the future value of the company. That's what people are investing in. And clearly, Tesla has a very long way to go. Again, full disclosure, I am long on Tesla. I own some shares. And I would like to see this thing ride pretty high. I agree with John Barron, one of the big investors, who says, in his opinion, Tesla has a very long way to go. I agree with him. So, what does the future hold for Tesla? Well, again, Elon was hitting Twitter, leaking out a few little stories. So what do we know? We know that Model 3 is due to be, whether it will be formally unveiled or sneakily unveiled or whatever, I don't know. We're going to see something in July. So that is coming up pretty damn quickly. He also said that we can expect to see the Tesla Semi, the electric truck and trailer that he talked about a while back in the annual shareholder meeting. So we should see that in September. As with always, Elon likes to throw superlatives. He is very excited about that. He says the team has done some pretty amazing things. So Model 3 in July, unveiling the semi-truck in September. He also talked about the Tesla pickup truck. Now, it was a bit more vague on that one. He just said 18 to 24 months out, which, given that we are currently April 2017, that would make it the fall of 2019 or into early 2020 for the pickup. But he wasn't done there. He also talked about... oh dear, it's cold. What else did he talk about? He talked about the Roadster. And again, the only thing he went on to Twitter about was the fact that the next Roadster will be convertible. That's, who knows? No pictures, no nothing, just it will be convertible. He's already said in the past that the rough target date for the Roadster was going to be 2019. Whether that still holds, we don't know. He hasn't said anything about that recently. So we're beginning to see the full lineup. He didn't say anything about Model Y, which is the little version of the Model X. Don't know when we're going to see that, whether it will launch, or at least we will see some details of it as soon as Model 3 comes out. Don't know whether it will be into 2018. We will wait and see. So the only other thing I think I'm going to cover this week, I will do a quick check in my notes and we might get another story, but I think the only other thing I'm going to share this week is a picture or a few pictures that came out of China. Tesla's business in China has picked up quite a lot and they're shipping a lot more cars out there. But unfortunately, the delivery infrastructure in China isn't quite what it is here in the US or in Europe. And some of the vehicles that they use to transport the cars prior to delivery to customers aren't exactly what they could be. So if you are frightened by pictures of brand new cars getting mangled, then look away now. A few shots here of Tesla Model X's, brand new, yet to be delivered Model X's falling off a truck and ending up in a very mangled state. Not pretty. Certainly a first world problem, all kinds of chaos going on in the world. But for those of us in the Tesla community, not a nice thing to see. Oh, all right. Yes, one last thing. I'm going to be going out to the Fremont factory in, when am I going? Early June, first couple of days of June. I mentioned it, I think maybe in last video. There is this thing called the Tesla Owners Club, or there are Tesla Owners Clubs. There's one here in Florida, of which I'm on the board, and then there are clubs all across the world. There is going to be a meeting of the Tesla Owners Club presidents and leadership with some of the folks from Tesla in early June, talking about how we as Tesla owners and Tesla enthusiasts can get more involved in spreading the word and building the community around the Tesla brand, not limited only to the cars, but also to the Powerwalls and solar panels and everything else. So that's going to come up, so I will look out for that. We're still, say, a couple of months away, but look out for that coming up in a future edition. Squirrel. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. You can't see it. So that is it, I think. I am going to retire to my bed with a warm cup of cocoa or something and see if I can shake this cold. I will be back with another episode of News from the Frunk sometime soon. Thanks. Bye.